G'day, I don't know why I've picked the absolute hottest day possible to do this job, but the sun's shining, so let's get it done. Pouring new concrete next to old concrete and wanting them to sort of join up, line up as one thing. We've got this shape of concrete that we've had to cut out to get to some drainage and make a repair. Now it's time to pour the concrete back in, but I want to make sure that when the concrete sets, it's not going to eventually drop down in height, lift up, causing a tripping hazard, or open up, leaving a gap. So what we're going to do is we're going to drill in some reinforcing bar or some rebar, some steel dowels into the old concrete in certain spots and on certain angles, and this makes the new concrete slab that we're going to pour, it sort of makes them as one, joins the two together. So let's get this done. This is a relatively small section of concrete and it's not structural, as in it's not load bearing. So we don't need to be real fussy with certain sized reinforcing bar or dowels, and we don't need to chem set them in, which is like a resin or a glue where they get glued into the concrete. This is purely just to maintain heights of concrete. Let's go and cut some more of these. Remember to use some eye protection and some ear muffs when you're doing this job. Using a grinder, using a masonry drill, they can throw off sparks or chunks of concrete and stuff. Look after your eyes and ears. I've just been using a thin metal cutting disc on the grinder to cut this Rio bar up, but I'm going to switch it out to a grinding disc now because I actually want to put a little bit of a taper on the leading edge of this reinforcing bar, the end that's going to be hammered into the old concrete. I'll show you what I mean anyway. I'm going to be drilling into the concrete using this rotary hammer drill. So it's like a normal drill, but it's got a hammer action, like a jackhammer action as well. So this is good for masonry and concrete. So it's got a 12mm masonry drill bit in there to suit 12mm reinforcing bar. These are about 200mm long. You can see our drill bit is about 100mm. So we'll be drilling into this existing concrete about 100mm, and then we'll tap these in using a hammer. That's going to be what holds our new concrete slab at the right height. It won't let it drop, won't let it lift, fingers crossed. I'm going to use some extra bits of this reinforcing bar and just sort of tie wire them to these dowels. And I've made like a bit of a grid across where we're going to be pouring the concrete. Adding a bit of steel to your concrete increases its tensile strength, so it means it's going to be less likely to crack under any pressure or under any building movement. So now this is ready for concrete. I'm going to wait till it gets a little bit cooler and I'm going to mix up some concrete and pour it. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. I appreciate that, and I'll see you on the next video.